30 more minutes of fun. Or I have to get on with my day. So let's see what's on fire on Novice for a half an hour. Appears to be working. Gradually got sorted out. And alright, this is not getting fed. So that means that's going to get taken out. Because I want this line to be pulling out of a specific source. Ah! The Novice Demolisher returns. Okay. That's done. And, no, just because I'm burning the mine down doesn't mean I want to burn it down in a fashion which I would consider to be poor. I want to get as much out of this investment as I possibly can, right? So and then, yeah, that'll get landfill going again. Fortunately, I can't stretch my landfill supply out. So, sad day there. Let's see, stone needs to be done so that this science doesn't run out. So let's do that now. And again, with the good drills going down. And then, yeah, let's just do it like that. Put it on reds. So iron's still going well, iron's still going strong. I think I have a ridiculous amount of chemical plants. What can I blow my budget on now? So, not chemical plants. Maybe offshore pumps for a kilo? Furnaces is going to be a problem because furnaces is gradually stacking up in this. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so now I can do rare furnaces as standard. And maybe replace all of my assembly lines with uncommon ones. Just look over at that box of stone and go, well, we tried. We really tried. I have to be kind of fiddly with this so that it actually pulls the right items out. Oh god. How many stone furnaces do you have? Yeah. With 7,000 stone in warehouses and an assembly line of electric furnaces that generate more than I need, I still will never have Rosebud. This is going to be the 30 minutes on Novice, and you know what? I do actually need an awful lot of copper. An awful lot of copper. And yeah, 1.5 times 9 means we're filling up this this belt pretty good. And then just go over and do it again. And make a statement about power management. And somebody can look at this and go, well, why not overstock this mine and make it so that it completely covers everything or whatever with drills? And the reason why is I can go to Volk, I can get a big drill on Volk. So I have that big drill on Volk, then it's this times 5. And with less strain. At some later time, I might consider doing some kind of weird stone mine off the landfill. But then there's another statement like that where it's like, now it's starting to be the thing of like, well, in 12 hours, I'll have completely different capabilities. And I actually need to ponder that. Speaking of which, I have an awful plan. So really quick, I'm going to deconstruct that. And right, you see how this says minus 4.5%? We're going to play some games with beacons. Get rid of those. Because even double stacked, that's 1.607%, right? So, on account of production numbers, I'm doing just fine, is what I'm saying. I want this to last a little bit longer, and I want to see if I can't get a little bit more quality out of it. And I'm greedy. These things are all very true. And I have these new 2% quality modules that I can put into drills, which are going to give them 6%. So the thing is, if I can get 6% off of some kind of insanity, why not take some of these at uncommon, so that there is a slight speed boost. We'll swap in some environment modules too, so there is a slight power cut even. These are not doing insane numbers, right? And I'm being backed up by mining productivity. So, what kind of speed boost am I going to get out of this? The sheer weight of mining stuff should let me get away with quite a bit, is the idea. But the main thing I'm getting away with is selecting more quality in these mines. Because, yeah, my drills move as fast as the other drills in a context where 10 of these is going to fill up an assembly line, right? And I might even need the red ones to go very, very quick. Editor Coffee here. This build breaks even by using uncommon modules to hit 150% speed, and profits slightly from efficiency. But overall, you're not going to make more ores. It only works when you apply it to 2 assembly lines, as you see here, to make a single full virtual line. The main thing that you save is 1 assembly line worth of modules. I'm technically getting 0.5% more quality out of this, except for on these slow ones at the edges, where it's going to be as slow as it was before. That needs to be removed. Never noticed that for hours. So it's like, yeah, you know, why not do it like that? And then I can move that over to the iron section. Because these are going to do barely anything. But this is the assembly lines which I would very much want, and even at the worst case, I'm only losing like 5% off of that. While taking a massive increase to speed rather than a massive decrease. And yeah, the main thing is just going to be to split it so that it adequately fills a belt. And I'm not seeing those drills go inactive. Because yeah, you know, I'll tear down a mine just as efficiently that way, but lose that speed penalty. And if it's like that, when I'm looking at these, well then, the thing is, I can drop the number of beacons and turn that entire assembly line into a slightly slower quality line and get away with it. And instead of being like, well, you know, the natural bottleneck appears to be copper as my iron is piling up, you know, what do I do? Just shrug my shoulders and be like, well, all of a sudden I have a game plan. I don't know what to tell you. That plan works. Alright, and let's see here. Do I have my 70 boosters? Yes. And I've made 8 that are of higher quality there. So if I get to 10, those all just go to Ryan, I think. And we say Ryan's the super ship that's gonna win us the game. I've got it up to a couple thousand foundation now, too, so pretty confident that's going to be the case. And it's just going to be a matter of making sure this stuff is all nice and unjammed. Utility science is still burning away at 2 per minute, so I had a good stockpile of that. That's good to see, because that's going to mean that my efforts here are not spent in vain. Just do a couple more tweaks so that these are all feeding in 2s, right? And then This is where I would need a lane balancer. Maybe right here? And then yeah, I'll do that. So I'll go up, make a brief little lane balancer. And that'll be part of my 30. And then fill up all the low priority stuff first, and then balance onto the last line, which is going to empty in a hurry, and ooh. No. Not anymore. Those need to be 30s, for sure. Yeah. Some things can go slow. That's not one of them. All right. That's got the balance. And the hope is I see a much larger stack of chips out of that. Appears to be at least as efficient as it was before, and then maybe it'll go up a bit. And then yeah, I could put... Like, that's the thing, I could stack these full of quality modules and make a really unconventional line, which is wasteful of raw material, but judges everything. And moves kind of quick. Right, further adventures in quality. One of these over here becomes much more efficient. And it's going to be that one. Then... Okay, since this made space parts, well... I'm gonna move the job to make... Let's see, 16 times 4 is 64 legs. I'll make 96 anyways. So I have some spare ones which are normal, if all else fails. The plan was to make a lot of them. Then crushers is another subject where let's make 60 of those. Because that will have me in Spidertrons, hopefully. Speaking of which, I now have to do rockets. Do this as a prep task now, or feel some sorrow later. Those are my two options. So this goes up. Goes around. And I have to do it like that. No buts, no exceptions. I will be needing several thousand of those when it comes time to use them. Alright, and that part's done, so the other part that I need things for is uranium ammo. That's another one where I need this raw material, thank you. And I'm not going to respect the never-ending forest here. Uranium ammo's slightly heavier, but I need it to knock out worms. I'm gonna drop that down to 200 and take this to 400. I don't need uranium ammo for much else, but who knows, maybe it'll come in handy. It would absolutely wipe out a stomper. I'll give it that. And to quality or not to quality, I'm just gonna say no. No quality there. These mines are hard to set up, so whatever I have, I'll do. As rares. Because I have to get the sulfuric acid over there, and I want to be lazy as long as I can. Which will probably be for a good long while, considering how much of these fuel cells I have. That's going up to grade 4. I can get that up to grade 5, and then I probably have to find other researches to do for a good long while. And just say, whoopsie, so sad on that one. But that will be most of the worthwhile utility sciences getting done. Then just, yeah, double check that I've got my stones are running, my copper's running. Then I can move this one over to here, just to be a pest to it. And then, yeah, make sure to use the right drills, please. That's gonna be the biggest gripe I have. If that's the extent of my problems, I have the right problems. And check on my landfill stone and be like, is this... is this going the way I want it to? Make sure all my projects are not a belt off. Okay. Trees are done. We can now do more solar panels into the ocean-ish. We're running out of room over here to do that. So, has to continue to head down.